It's 2009, and this has been one of my hardest decisions yet, so for a change of pace, this time we're going to do honorable mentions in ascending order by how much I like each game. Starting with two games I never played, we have League of Legends and a sequel I just never got around to, and Assassin's Creed 2. The iPhone's out, so phone games are starting to take off. We have Angry Birds and Plants vs. Zombies this year. Next we have Shadow Complex, a game that proved you don't have to be Nintendo or Konami to make a Metroidvania, The Infinite Guns of Borderlands, Red Faction Guerrilla and its wonderful demolition tech, Arkham Asylum manages to tell a proper Batman story, a silly game about blocks really took off, Bowser's Inside Story is the latest Mario RPG and it had maximum Bowser, so it was amazing. Left 4 Dead 2 built on the first game and took the zombies to New Orleans. And believe it or not, Resident Evil 5 almost won this year purely on the back of what a great co-op game it was. Seriously, if you never played this game with a friend, you are missing out. I struggled with my choices this year because no one game stood out. Heart Gold and Soul Silver almost won as it is my favorite Pokemon game. It was a great remake, bringing us back to Johto and Kanto, polished gameplay, the follow mechanic, but it's still a Pokemon game and we're playing it a little dull and grindy. I do still have my Pokemon for my playthrough, which makes me happy. In the end, and after much consideration, I went with Uncharted 2. Uncharted is not a complicated series. These are action movies. It's full of gunfights and snarky quips and big set pieces. The thing that makes that all work is Naughty Dog's attention to detail. The world is full of lush foliage and grimy, realistic worlds. The animations are fluid and reactive. 2 takes all that and polishes up for a globe-trotting adventure to find the lost city of Shambhala. Indiana Jones is an obvious influence, with a trail of artifacts and obscure historical knowledge leading to an impossible discovery. Let's talk about the bad, though. The combat is, frankly, frustrating. The enemies are bullet sponges that have a way of swarming you. The regenerative health means you will spend a lot of time hiding in black and white to recover. Frankly, I died a lot in this playthrough, and that wasn't much fun. Some people also don't like the climbing mechanic, but I find it satisfying. However, there are also amazing moments where this game really shines. Getting trapped in a collapsing building, playing cat and mouse with a tank in a Nepalese village, the wonderful train sequence that looks great and captures that feeling of fighting across train cars, the ridiculous convoy sequence where you're jumping between cars to stay alive. This is where Uncharted is at its best, giving you big action moments that you actually feel in control of. When it works, it feels like magic, a choreographed display of barely survived chaos. But when it doesn't and you have to reload multiple times to get it right, not so much. Some of my favorite parts of this game are the big, elaborate temples. These are all utterly implausible, but I don't care. I love the scale, the ancient mechanisms that still work somehow, slowly figuring out how it all goes together. When the puzzle finally falls into place, it feels so good, even if they aren't always as complicated as they appear. Something about it is just so satisfying to me. Uncharted 2 is not the best game of all time. It has its flaws, and I am not ignoring them. Instead, I am picking it for those highs, those moments where they manage to make you feel like an action star. I've never played another series that does it quite so well. That's what makes this my game of the year. Comment down below what you would have picked for this year and like and follow to see what I pick for next year. Quick note if you're still here, it does look like TikTok will be up for the time being. I will still be continuing the series here as well as over on YouTube. And if you're watching this on day of release, I will be over on Twitch streaming my 2010 pick.